Hello, in this video we're going to learn how we can use autocomplete or autocompletion into our applications. It is very important when you're collecting data from users when we need already preset information. So this autocomplete can help the user to type faster when they're entering the data in our application. Assume that you're making a flight application where people can order flights from. So you may need to put the airport in autocompletion so that the users, when they'll be entering the names of the airport or the destination where they're going to, you'll be helping them to auto-suggest to where they need to feed it, what they need to feed in the field. So autocompletion in some cases it can be important. So in this video, we're going to learn how we can use autocompletion in our apps. So I'll begin straight away from our layout and put a view which is going to call autocomplete text view, and I'll make it match parent and make it wrap content. And then after I will give here, maybe I can give it some margin of 10 dp, that I should have some space between it. Let me make it padding because it's the main layout. So here it's going to be our autocomplete view. So I'm going to give it an ID, and I'll call it maybe autocomplete. Okay, so after doing that, I have to create its object on the back end or in the main activity. So it'll be here autocomplete view. I'll get the ID that I used it to create, autocomplete view, and then after I will have to do what? To find it. Okay, so it will be go to find view by ID id.autocomplete. So then later we'll need the data or the preset array that will be suggesting to the user when they try to put the letters that are pre-match or that are matching with some of them, that part of them are matching with our layout. So to do that, we simply put an array. We create an array. It can be array from sources or a manually made array like the one we are going to make here. So to be a string of array, and I give it a name. Maybe it can be like, what is the value of this? So we're going to call it names, and then we store some data in these names. Let us suggest the names that begin with with which letter. Let us suggest the names that begin with letter A. We can have Abir. We can have let us put words of English. Abide. Okay, can have abuse. We can have a bit. Wait a little bit. A bit. I don't know whether that is an English word. Amuse. We can have a long. We can have again. We can have such other words like after. After. I'm speaking words that are not even matching. We can have what? Again, I've already put it. Again, I have put it. We can have amazing. I want to have a long list that should be able to do what? To suggest enough. So we've got the names that we want to be suggesting to the user when they are entering the data into our input. So the next thing that we have to create is the adapter, or a simple array adapter that will set our input layout to be picking from the data. So we just create this. It's called array adapter, just like you can see it there. Array adapter, so you can call it an adapter, and then is equal to new array adapter, and it takes some attributes The first attribute takes is the context, where I can put this, and then the next attribute that it takes is the layout. So you can pick one from Android layouts. So you just simply say Android dot what dot r dot layout, and then dot what dot simple list. Yeah, so Android has some two simple lists called simple list 1 and simple list 2. So you can either pick 1 or 2 and then put comma, and then the last attribute that it takes is the list that we want to be displayed or to be picking from. So I've already created one called names, which is this one here. Okay, so this is the adapter that will be used for this autocomplete that we created here. So then lastly we have to set the adapter to this autocomplete. So I say autocomplete dot set what dot set adapter, and then we pass the adapter that just created. Okay, so by doing that one, it's going to do what to set the auto completion adapter, and then we'll be able to get the auto suggestions basing on these lists, the words in this list that we created. So it is compiling, and then we go to application and wait for it to accomplish. So here it is. Now let me start entering the words. So I'm going to put afraid. Something is wrong. Let us see what could be wrong. The issue was the layout 2. It was causing the problem, so I decided to use layout 1. 100 simple layout 1. Okay, so let us start. So I'll try to enter something with AB. So you can see all we're having abir, abide, abuse. So if we enter like AF, you see after Africa. So if I go ahead and enter the double F to see affirmative and affair. So if I put FR, you see Africa and afraid. So you can see abuse. So when I click on a word, for example abide, it will automatically fill the what, the text view that we're having. So that's how we can auto suggest, how we can create auto suggestion list using the Android auto suggest. We simply need the layout itself. After putting the view itself, after putting the view, we create its object, then we create a list where we'll be picking from the words to suggest to the users, and then after we create a simple adapter, array adapter. As you've seen, it takes the context, the layout, and then after it takes the list of views, and then after we set the adapter to the layout or to the view of autocomplete. That's how we do it. So thank you for watching. Don't miss in the next video where we shall be looking at how to edit text in a single line. And don't miss, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't too. Thank you for watching, and see you there.